Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We are back with another What Sold video. This is going to be part two, a continuation of the What Sold for the week. Again, these are actual items that I've sold in my eBay store. Hopefully you guys can look, find stuff that you may not know about, and hopefully you incorporate into your BOLO list or whatever you want to call it. Or maybe it'd be something that you don't want to sell because it was a bad buy. At least you'll know for the future. There will be no question and answers at the end of this video. I'm just a little tired, guys, so I'm just going to do this and that'll be it. But if you have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll make sure to put them in the next video, as many as I can at least, to answer them. And I'll try to answer the ones that I don't answer in the video in the comment section, so that way you guys can get the information. Yes, this is a huge box of ink behind me. I've been working on it. It's been a bit of a bear trying to get through it all. It's a great product, but it's just kind of boring. But yeah, hopefully that'll all sell and we'll be good there. And I know the coronavirus right now, guys, is really prevalent in the news, and I'm not here to speak yay or nay or anything on it, but I'm just going to hope that everyone stays healthy, safe, and be smart out there. You should always be doing this, but make sure you're smart out there with everything going on, because it seems like it's a crazy time. So, yeah, again, if you have any questions, let me know, and I wish you guys the best. Take care. Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We're back with the final sales from Wednesday. So we sold two extra things, plus I found the shirt that I mentioned. This is a little CD set here. Clavier trios, piano trios. I bought three of these for like 50 cents each, or $2 for all three, something like that, at a garage sale. I've had them for a while. One I think sold for full price around like 40 or 50 bucks. The rest were listed around 40 or 50. One I already sold. I sent a best offer of 35 out and someone took it. This one had one watcher, sent an offer out, sorry for the glare, an offer out at 30 bucks to one watcher, and they took it. So definitely use the best offer to watchers feature, especially if you have something kind of unique. There weren't a lot of these listed, and send a decent offer out, see what happens. I would say most times they don't accept it, because sometimes people are watching to see what it sells for. Some people may have already found another one but didn't take it off their watch list. Who knows? But it's worth it, because sometimes you'll send an offer out on something and boom, it'll come through. And again, I like to send it off on stuff with either a lot of watchers or something unique where I'm like, hey, there might not be a lot available, and if I throw them a deal, maybe they'll jump on it. A couple of books here. James A. Corey, The Expanse. This is the Leviathan. I guess The Expanse is a Prime original series, but I think there's four books, because when I was doing my research, I thought I saw a different one, but I have three of them here. These were $2.99 each at Savers, plus 20% off, but then you got to pay tax, which is like, what, 9% in that city, I think. So really, you get about 11% off, which is still good. These sold for 30 shipped. I thought I'd get about 35, but after doing some research, 30 was about what you could get. But they're going medium mail, so there's really nothing to complain about, because I'll still make money on it, and I love selling book lots. Like I told you, I'll be at a garage sale, thrift store, and I'll see guys with their little scanners on every book. And then I'll go pick up a whole set of books that individually are worth nothing, at least not worth selling. I'll buy them all cheap for a whole set and then make plenty of money, and they don't even pay attention to those. So it's worth looking at. And then here is the shirt. It's like an awesome all over print. It's got stuff on the sleeves. Mark Martin. Got the big car, and the back's the same. I won't flip it over, but it's got another big logo on the back. Now, this was $1 at a garage sale. The lady used to have a thrift store, but she I guess moved locally now to me, and she said just trying to get rid of everything she had. She only charged $1. There's a couple little marks on it, kind of right there in the sleeve, a little one, but overall it's a decent used shirt. Took a best offer of 25. Honestly, I feel like I probably could have got more for it, maybe 30, 35 if I waited for the right buyer. But with clothes, I'm trying to buy them cheap and trying to move them quick. I don't want to hold on to them, so I figured 25 bucks was worth it. It's going to go first class. So that's it for right now. We'll jump into what sells on, well, actually today for me, which is already Thursday, so I'll show you guys that next. Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We are back with the sales from Thursday. Cool thing is we still have a couple more sales to show you and a couple more hours left in the day, so whatever you see here won't be it. There will be another clip. Obviously, I'm always appreciative of having a couple more sales come through. Let's get into it, though. I know you guys don't want to waste too much time. This is Winston Churchill's The Second World War. It's a book set, kind of beat up. Dust jackets here. Got some staining, stuff like that. But it's a 6-volume set. I think I paid like $4 for this, $3 for all of them, something like that. At a guy who buys storage units. Not my storage unit guy, but a new guy that I've met. Trying to build a relationship with them and buy some stuff and see if it can be a connection. But Got these for that price, and they sold for 47 shipped, and they are going global shipping program. So awesome deal there. There's a couple of Winston Churchill sets that do sell. If you can get a nice set for cheap, it's worth taking a look at. Here is a cool book. This is a chiropractic orthopedy by, I don't know what the first name is, but Craven. It says 1922 there. I bought 3 or 4 of these chiropractic books. They all have this like greenish. I'm colorblind, but I think it's green. Practically colorblind, not officially. Just some colors I really have a trouble viewing. Either way, this sold for 40 bucks. I sent a best offer out to watchers. I had one watcher send an offer for 40, and it sold. I had 3 other ones. I think one sold for like 90 or 80 something, and a bunch sold for that 40 or 50 range. So these are good if you can find them, old chiropractic books. So 40 shipped there. It's just going in the bubble mailer. Another decon. This is one of my last 2. Sealed. This sold for 95 shipped. I had listed them and thought I sold them all, but I had 2 that I had left out purposely in case there was an issue with one of the boxes. This one ended up again selling for 95 shipped. It'll go parcel selected about 10 bucks or something like that. This is part of the $1,600 buy. It's a Halo set. This sold for 50 shipped. I think it was an offer out to watchers. So I think yesterday I had one, and then there's 90 bucks there. I'm going out just in sales, sending them out to watchers. It was listed at like 65 or something. I sent an offer out for what I would probably accept for it, and someone jumped on it. Rocky's Boots. This is a from the Tandy, the TRS-80, a big lot. You probably saw a haul video for it. This is a sealed game, but it has a beat up box. I mean, it's still sealed, dude. There's a tear to the seal, but this sold for, someone offered me 70. I had it listed at 90. I jumped on that so quick. That's an awesome deal. And I have one more that's sealed, damaged box as well, so we'll make some money there. These little Wii Motion, that's a little dirty in the backside of it, so we'll clean that up a little bit more, but these are the Wii Motion Plus. The funny thing was, I packed up some this morning from yesterday's sale. I hadn't packed till the next morning, and then I was like, I already packed up the Wii Motion. Why is it still showing as a new sale? Then I realized it was a separate sale for the same stuff. My last set, I thought it was out, but that sold for 14 shipped, which is pretty cool. And then lastly, a DeWalt charger here. This is one of the most common ones I find, the 9116. Even has a little B on there, so I don't know why, but I guess someone had it on there maybe to identify whose it was. This sold for like 22 shipped, 23 shipped, something like that. What I do with these chargers, if they're under a pound when wrapped in bubble wrap, I'll put them in a bubble mailer and send them out just to save a couple bucks on the shipping, which usually this DeWalt one is. There are some, though, that are so heavy that they have to go in a padded flat rate, so it just depends on the size, but I'll do that, and I never have any issues with it making it. I love selling the battery chargers. They sell pretty well. I'll show you guys what else sold today. Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We are back with the final 2 sales from Thursday. This is a Radio Shack. It's a catalog, a 1983 TRS-80 catalog. So it's got things you can buy. You know, I guess someone would want this. I don't know. Probably some collector wants it to have with their TRS-80 stuff. This came out of the big Tandy TRS-80 deal. Again, you guys probably saw a video about it. If not, maybe I'll put it in at the end of the video as one of the links you guys could click on. This sold for 15 shipped. It's going to go first class. It's not too heavy. I'll just put a little piece of cardboard behind it and then put it in a bubble mailer. We'll send it out. Probably cost 3 something, 4 to ship it. We'll make a little bit of money, but it's just a little catalog that was thrown in, so that helps to add to make some of our money back on that deal. And this was from a big CD buy. I spent 70 bucks, I think it was, on a bunch of CDs, and I've been selling them off kind of every couple weeks. A couple will sell. This is a Sonny Rollins Horn Culture. There was me. You could probably get a glimpse of there in the reflection, but this one is sealed, and this sold for 25 shipped, and full price sale. It's been listed probably for a couple months now, but this has been a great deal on the CDs. I would buy them in bulk if I could. Again, I bought like 5 boxes full for 70 bucks. And I've had a lot sell for that 10 to 20 range. This was a 25, and then I lotted a couple up that I've sold, and I still have a whole box full of ones, plus anything that was worth going to declutter. My wife took those, and she had like 50-something just of ones that went to declutter, and then I had a whole bunch that I donated and got a discount coupon with Sabre. So again, 25 shipped. Look out for CDs. If you can buy them in bulk and there just seem to be unique titles, it might be worth a shot if you can get them for pretty cheap. Hey everyone, we're back with the sales for the weekend. Pretty good day. I think there's 29 sales, something like that. pretty good overall. A lot of smaller dollar ones, a lot of easy to pack things, but the total ended up being okay. We're happy with it. It is kind of a slowdown here. At this time of year coming off Q4, it's kind of crazy, and then it does kind of slow down a little bit. You still get sales, but not as great of sales, I guess, or at least not the same quantity, but hopefully it'll pick back up again here pretty soon. The best thing you can do to combat that is keep listing, stay active on eBay, and then hopefully the sales will come in. So let's get in right there to see what sold. The best sale, we'll start with it. These are a bunch of cassettes. You guys have seen me buy, this is a whole box full, a bunch of like rap, hip-hop, R&B cassettes. I've been selling them off slowly. Individually, these were kind of the leftovers that I had. Either weren't worth a whole lot or, for whatever reason, I guess didn't seem like the sell-through was worth the time listing. So I put them all together in this big lot. Took some pictures of them, and they sold for $150 shipped. I've had offers of $50 for this lot, $60 for the lot, $100 for the lot. I think I was countering with like $125 shipped because I'm just trying to. I only paid $20 for all the cassettes I bought and sold, so it was a great deal. Just to even get $100 for them probably would have still been awesome, but someone ended up coming in full price, $150 shipped. So happy to get rid of that. But two more individuals that I sold. This is an Easy Easy Does It. Little like single type cassette here. This one sold for $50 shipped. There were none listed, so I listed mine $50 or best offer. Someone came through and bought it full price, so that was awesome. And here's an NWA straight out of Compton cassette. This one sold for like $27 shipped, so another good one. Most people probably know. They probably have heard of that before. So that one was kind of an obvious one. I knew it was going to sell. They're pretty popular, especially with that movie that came out. So overall, good deal there. These are some Sony CD-IT cassettes. They're sealed. There's 3 of them. 74 minutes. They sold for like 15, 16 shipped, 17 shipped, somewhere around there. So pretty good. They should go first class. Here's a little Korg guitar bass tuner, the GA30. Comes with the manual. This was 50 cents at a garage sale. Sold it for like 11 ships. Not a whole lot, but it will go first class. An easy pack there. It does work. Here's some Disneyland tickets here for Tomorrowland. 40 cents, I think. So you can kind of see them. They're for kids. I think this was for child admission. So this was from one of my sources. It was just a throw-in, I think, for $5. He said, last minute, he's like, hey, do you want this? I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. And I had no idea what it was worth. Just took a chance. It sold for like 28 shipped, which is on the high end for these. Some of them are a lot lower. And I think I now have one more that I bought second time when I bought from him. So hopefully we can get that one listed. Here's a PS2 multi-tap, so you can hook up multiple controllers, things like that. This one sold for, I think, 14 shipped. This is usually what I get for these. They still go first class based on weight, if I'm not mistaken, but it's about $5 to ship them, so you don't make a ton. But if you have them in a big lot of PS2 stuff, worth probably selling and getting them out. Here's a Master Chorus book. I bought a bunch of chorus books. They were like $1 each, I think about 4 of them. This one sold for 12 shipped. The rest will do even better, but this one I had looked up real quick and it seemed to do okay. So 12 shipped there. I'll go medium mail. 2 figures. What did they sell for is a good question. I think this one's 34 Shakti. Does have some cardware up here at the top. You can see it's warped and kind of creasing. And then this one sold for, I think, 38 shipped, but it had a sticker here, and that was in the listing, and I said it was coming off, but I cannot find the sticker now. So we got to message the buyer and tell them, I think I had it at like 46 or something. They offered 38. I'm going to tell them that I can't find the sticker. If they want it, we'll give them probably $5 off just because of the issue. If not, we'll cancel the sale per buyer request if they request out of it and they don't want it anymore. But we'll see. That's a mistake on my part. I'm not sure where the sticker went. I knew it was loose, but I thought I had like kind of put a little bit of tape to hold it, but apparently I did not. So we all make mistakes. Hopefully they'll be cool with it and just take the discount and still want the unit. Here is a microphone here. This SSB2 Transistorize. It is untested. Got scuffs. Got a cool color though. That sold for 60 shipped, which is pretty cool for something untested for parts. I want to say it's going global shipping program. When you're listing stuff like this, electronics or anything like that, and you're not sure if it works, do not list it as use untested. If it's untested and you're not sure, list it as is for parts and put in your listing untested for parts or repair. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, I listed it used, untested, and that's not really what used means. Used means it's used in its working condition for the most part. So I would cover yourself by putting it for parts. So that's a good little thing to remember. A little glove here. Good old Ken Griffey Jr. Rawlings glove. This is from Storage Unit Buy. Threw this in there. Brand new, but it has some scuffs from storage and stuff. It sold for 50, shipped on a best offer. I had it at like 56 and someone offered 50. They couldn't get rid of, take the offer quicker. Happy to get rid of that. Here is a latch and rug kit by Erica Wilson. It's like a little cat, I guess, sleeping or something. This was a throw-in, a storage unit guy. Like I always find if he has latch hooks, I always just throw them in my pile. He probably values them at $1 each or something really small. And I look for stuff like this that he doesn't feel that are that valuable. And they don't sell the quickest, but they do sell. This one I list them high, 35 shipped on this one. I figured a cat lover might want it. And someone came and paid full price, even though best offer was there. I got a $35 sale. So, and to ship these guys, all I'm doing is putting this inside of a bubble mailer and sending it out. You could even do a poly mailer on that one and you'd be fine. A Game Boy Color. This is like the lime or kiwi green. No battery cover. It powers up, but the screen is messed up. This is from a recent buy, I think for $260. I bought a Game Boy, a silver PSP, a bunch of old record stuff, some recorders, all kinds of stuff, capture card, Amazon Echo Plus, a bunch of electronics and video games, and then this is one of the first things to sell. It sold for $25 shipped. A couple of GameCube games, 007, From Russia with Love, and Age Under Fire. I think they sold for $12 shipped, disc only, so we'll put those in a case. Nuclear Strike for PS1, 8 shipped. About the lowest I want to be for a PlayStation or video game is 8 shipped, so that kind of fell under there. Here's a GameCube, like a demo thing, sealed. This sold for 10 shipped. I've had that for a while. It came out of a buy I had from Storage Unit Guy. Here's another disc only. This is Les Mills Disc 5 Pump Extreme. Sold for like 18 shipped. I'll just put it in a plastic case, a DVD case, and get it out of here. Some video games, Mana Chemia, Alchemist of Al Rivas, sold for 24 shipped. This game always sells pretty well. Grand Theft Auto 5, gotta clean up the case a little, but I guess I didn't. That's not good enough, Cameron, so I gotta do a better job. Remind me, guys, to do a better job sometimes. Even I get lazy. That sold for 19 shipped, though. That also came from the buy where I got the Game Boy. Cabela's 2 games, I think they sold for like 18 shipped for the GameCube. Cabela's isn't a game most people usually see as valuable, but I allotted them together and still did okay. This also came from the Game Boy buy inside Lambo, sold for like 10 or 11 shipped. So did this one, sold for 10 or 11 shipped from the same buy. Resident Evil Code Veronica for 10 shipped. And Toy Story 3 for the Wii for 9 shipped. So that one was listed a while. Don't recommend probably selling it. It took forever to sell. Here is a Hitachi HB something 01, I think. 101, HB01, something like that. You'll see on the screen. It is a bread maker. This is the pan. This is a nice, some of them are heavy. This one's a lighter one, which is the kind you want because you can usually, well, what you can do is wrap this in some bubble wrap and put it in a big poly mailer, and you can usually get it under first class. It's not ideal because it's not in a box, but this thing's pretty sturdy. I've shipped a bunch like that just to get the first class rate, and it's worked out. This one sold for 25 shipped, so I'm going to try to do that. If one does end up coming back damaged, it'll be a lesson to me, and I'll have to go ahead and, stop doing it that way because obviously we don't want to sell any damaged product. But so far, so good. Here is a Ray Lewis jersey, stitch. This one has some stains. You can see one there on the 5. There's one there on the 2. It was $5, so a size 54. It's in really great shape aside from those stains. Like there's no thread pulls or things like that. It's the black jersey, which always looks real sweet in the Ravens, with the Ravens colors on there. This one took a best offer. Had it at like 50 or 60 shipped. The Ravens are out of the playoffs now. It's almost Super Bowl now, actually, even though you're seeing this after the fact. But I just took the best offer of 40 because I was in it at a good price. They were a global shipping buyer and figured 5 and a 40 is okay for me, especially with football season wrapping up. Lastly, some Christmas lights by Noma. These are some vintage lights. One of these is not like the other, so I'm sure, unless you're colorblind like me, which I can even tell the difference, so you'd have to actually be really colorblind to not be able to figure that out. But these are lights. These ones get super, super hot. I tested them out. They work. They were in the buy when I bought all the decon stuff. I've mentioned that I got the decon, the rat stuff, and I've gotten the chess pieces, and then I had a bunch of random stuff. These were one of the random things. These Christmas lights. Vintage lights do well. Certain ones do really well. Noma can be a pretty good brand. These ones took a best offer of 30 ship. They do work, but the boxes are beat up. They're going to end up shipping at like that $10 rate, 8 to 10, maybe 11 or 12, depending on where they're going. So we'll make a little bit of money, but again, that was just something, like I said, when I buy from storage unit guy, I'm always throwing junk into the box. Anything I can think I can make a little money on just to hope to sweeten up the deal for me, because usually he's picked out a couple of really good items that he feels are valuable, and that's how he's calculated his price. So any of the small stuff doesn't really change the deal. So that's it for right now. I did sell one more thing, a military thing, so that will at least pop up in the next clip. And if anything else sells, I will show you guys that next. Take care. Hey everyone, final two sales from the weekend. Outlast Trinity here sold for like $11.99 shipped. It's part of the deal where I bought that green Game Boy, which I think popped up in the last video, and a couple other things. Actually, quite a few other things for $260, so we still have a long way to make our money back, but happy to get rid of some of the small stuff. And then here's an extra large. This is like a navy camo shirt. This one sold for $24.99. I usually do better on the navy ones than I do some of the other ones, but $24.99 shipped, goes into pad a flat rate. I think we paid like $3 for it, so we made some money. These always sell for me though, so I'm in California, and I just seem to always get a lot of military stuff from the people that some of the contacts I have. So it's always good and it always sells.